Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing great, and if you are new, hi, my name is Shanada. I do have Ashes right here, but she is fast asleep, so you don't want to wake up and say hi. Come and say hi to people. Say hi guys. Well, not to me, face the camera. She is sound asleep. Say hi guys. Okay, you could go back and sleep now. Now, I know so many of you all enjoy my storytime videos. I do have a playlist with the 2 that I did so far, and I know I have promised more, so here I am with another one, and this one concerns my high school chemistry teacher. Now, I don't know why for the life of me this woman hates me. Like, she hated me then, and she probably still hates me now, because I don't understand how one teacher could have like so much hate and aggression for one student. Thankfully, I had my best friend to help me out with this, because I feel like I've blocked out the situation so much, but she did remind me of the events that happened. So if you want to know why my high school chemistry teacher hated me, then keep on watching. The chemistry teacher I'll be referring to today is my CAPE level chemistry teacher. So this is Form 6. Now, before I get into the Form 6 chemistry, I need to give you all a little background of my CXC chemistry experience. So like from Form 3 to Form 5. Mostly Form 5. Now, I pretty much didn't understand the fundamentals of CXC chemistry, and I didn't realize that until mock exams, which was literally like 3 to 4 months before our final CXC exams, and I got a 4, a grade 4. That was so close to a fail to me. In fact, is it a fail? Probably, I don't know. All I know is that it was a very low grade, so I was like so upset with myself, like, no, there's no way I can fail chemistry. And at that point in time, some of my other classmates were taking lessons outside of our high school. I was taking no lessons for chemistry whatsoever, extra lessons I mean. So I decided to join their classes, because they said that, you know, the teacher, he's really good and he explained things so much better than our high school teacher. I did join these lessons, and when I did my CXC exams, it brought me up to a 2. So I got a grade 2 for CXC, which was really exciting for me, because I genuinely thought I would fail chemistry. But thank God for that extra lessons, because he really helped me out. So apart from that grade 2, I did perform exceptionally well in all of my other subjects, and my school thankfully offered me a place to do my CAPE subjects there. So I immediately jumped on it, because, you know, I was there for 5 years already, and I was like already close to home. I know the environment, I'm accustomed to the school, the teachers, and of course my best friend is coming back, so hell yeah. So we both got accepted, and I was like, of course I'm going to accept this place. We then had to proceed to choose our CAPE subjects, and what I wanted to do was physics, bio, math, and, well, you know, compulsory Caribbean studies and communication studies. So again, the combo I wanted was phys, bio, math, not being offered at my high school. I was so pissed. So reluctantly, my best friend and I took the same combo, but we still ended up in different classes, which sucked ass, especially for chemistry, because that was like our struggle subject. She went through the same ordeal as myself for Form 5 CXC, so we both basically were like traumatized from chemistry at CXC. We did not want to see a formula for the rest of our lives. It was just, it's a big no. So my best friend and I, we end up in 2 completely different chemistry classes, different teachers, and, well, apparently I got the devil. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be mean to this lady, because I mean, I'm older now, so I can just laugh at the situation, but something was really wrong with her. So within the first couple of months, I already knew I wanted out. Like, I hated the subject, and to make matters worse, she was such a terrible teacher. She was bad at explaining things, and for some reason she was very dismissive towards me. And this is like the first time I have had any encounter with this lady. She's never taught me before, so this is like our first real student teacher interaction, and she was just not having me. So I was like, okay. And like, you know, my colleagues around me would give me the eye like, why is she doing you this though? And I would just be like, okay, well, I guess this is normal now for the way she talks to me. So naturally I became withdrawn, and I think she sensed that I was just intimidated by the subject as well as her, and she thrived off of that. I mean, put yourself in my position. You are in a class in a subject you dislike because your teacher is bad at it, and to top it off, she's rude to you. Who wants to go to a class like that? Not me. Like, it got to the point where it bothered me so much that I have had multiple discussions about it with my best friend, and she and all was confused by it because she was not in the class to witness it, so she just couldn't really grasp what it is I was saying. Not saying that, you know, she was discounting what I said or didn't believe me. It's just that she find it hard to grasp that a teacher would react like that, but she would soon see for herself. So it got to the point where I hated to go to this woman's class, and I admit there were a few times that I would, you know, trips the class because I really did not want to go. So I would like casually and, you know, just breezy and taking my time going to the class. And then there were also a couple of times that I did hide out in the library, not gonna lie. But, you know, I wasn't like being a delinquent. I was doing work, obviously. It's the library. I can't sit down there and play games. I don't even think I had a cell phone at that time. But anyway, so yes, I did duck her classes a few times. Like, I can count it on one hand. That is how much. It's not a lot really. But just to enter her classroom, I used to feel like physically sick because I know she's not very responsive to me, and to top it off, she's a bad teacher. Those two, they don't go hand in hand. Like, there were even a couple of times I went to my best friend's chemistry class, and it was so amazing. I'm like, oh, teaching chemistry? What is this? Like, it got to the point where she was even sharing her notes with me. Like, that is how bad things were with me in that class. So fast forward a few months into year 1 came. So I'm still in lower 6 at this point. Thankfully, my best friend and I have the same physics class. It was just like a blessing. That morning of physics class, I was feeling very sick. Like, I don't know what was going on. I don't know if it was like my menstruals coming, or I don't know what was going on, but all I know is I had to go in the toilet. Like, right then and there, I was feeling very weak, nauseous. My stomach was just rolling. Like, you could swear somebody take a hammer and just like pound it in my stomach. That is how bad it was. I told my best friend how I was feeling. I started to cool sweat and everything, and she was like, oh no, you need to go in the bathroom. So we went to the bathroom, and well, I had to use the toilet. So my best friend was standing outside the door while I was in the bathroom, and then, you know, doing my business, I heard the bell go off, which means, you know, class is about to start. I started to panic, and I know I'm not like, you know, finished, and I started to panic and tell my best friend like, oh my god, class starts. And she was like, listen, don't worry, I'll talk to our physics teacher. I don't want to say any names in this video, but she was like, I'll talk to our teacher, don't worry about it. So she was just like, you do what you had to do. So I did what I had to do. So then now I came out of there, like, you can see that I was just in a mess, literally. And she was like, okay, well, you know, let's go to class now, whatever. So we start going up the step, and the thing is, this is physics class for lower 6, so it was on the 3rd floor of our school. So we had to walk up 3 flights of staircase. So I need to get comfortable for this piece. So my best friend is holding me, and we're like taking our time and going up the staircase because, you know, I am like very weak at that point in time. As soon as we hit the landing on that 3rd floor staircase, just to walk to our class, boom, out of nowhere, my chemistry teacher pops off, and this woman goes off. Like, it was just so unexpected. Like, I just felt disoriented at that point, because it's just like, you know, you're feeling weak, you're very vulnerable at that point, you're almost there to class, and then boom, this person just comes out of the corner and just starts like going at you. And it's just like, what is happening right now? What is going on? So she proceeds to stop and ask us, oh, why we are so late for class and where we now coming from. But she's more talking to me, not my best friend, because she's never taught her, she doesn't know her, and she's more directing her energy and questions towards me. At this point in time, I'm just like, she then proceeds to tell me, oh, I'm always missing her class and I'm never like on time, and I always have an excuse, and I'm just like, why are you here? Why are we having this conversation right now? And at this point you can clearly see like I was just visibly ill and I was not engaging with her, and she just kept going on and going off at me because I'm literally standing there just like holding my belly and cool sweating. Mind you, my best friend is standing next to me and she is in shock as to how this woman is literally shouting at me right outside of my own physics class. Like, she was just so confused by the situation, and that's when she had to step in. My best friend turned to her and was like, first of all, we are not late for your class. Secondly, she is literally sick. We went to the bathroom, we are now coming from there, she is sick. That is the reason why we are late. She then starts to yell at my best friend and tell her that she's disrespectful and she's rude, and my friend is just like, how am I being disrespectful when I'm answering you why it is we are late for class, and secondly, we are not late for your class? And also, by her keeping us there, it's just making us more late for our class, which is literally like 3 feet away from us. So it was just like, yeah, make it make sense, woman, make it make sense. Then my physics teacher, upon hearing all of this commotion outside of her door, she comes out, and the chemistry teacher who is yelling at me proceeds to tell my physics teacher on me about I'm always late to her class and my best friend is disrespectful. And we're just standing there like, you see us, right? Like, we're right here and you're just going off bad mouthing us. Like, what? So at this point, my best friend turned to our physics teacher and tells her what it is exactly happened, that I was feeling sick, we went to the bathroom, and we are now coming to class. Mind you, we're not even like that late for class. I mean, we're late, we're probably like 10 to 15 minutes late at this point, but of course this donkey here brain in front of us like a fool, so we are obviously even more late for class now. So my best friend tells my teacher that, you know, the reason why we're late, Shanada was sick and whatever. So my physics teacher, being the blessing that she is and the quiet, lovely woman that she is, she just pacifies the situation, and she turns to me and my best friend and said, listen, well, she turned to me first and she was like, Shanada, how are you feeling? You okay? And I was like, well, yes miss, you know, I'm okay now. And she was like, okay, well, go ahead and sit down in class. So we entered the classroom, and literally all of our colleagues are just like, what is happening out there, you know, where's the tea? It was just like so weird because you literally just got embarrassed in front of your entire class for whatever reason. So as my best friend and I hurried to our seats, I can still literally hear this chemistry teacher like basically trying to turn my physics teacher against me and just have nothing good to say about me. And I'm just like, thank God my physics teacher had good sense to not engage with this woman and like carry on the conversation. She just kind of brushed it off and she came back to class, and you know, she looked at me and my best friend and was just like, don't take on Miss so-and-so. And we just looked at each other and laughed because it's just like how cool, calm and collected my physics teacher was compared to Miss Hot and Heavy outside there, when really she should be focusing on her son who would be pissing off the second floor onto the ground floor and people cheering. That's what she should be focusing on. I said I wasn't going to be petty in this video, but here I am. And it was at that point in time I officially gave up on chemistry. I became so withdrawn. I had nothing to ever say to that woman again, and we just, yeah, it was just like a cool class. Like, I came in there, I did what I had to do. Whether it was marked or not, I didn't really care because I was just like, I am done at this point in time. And naturally, I failed the subject. I'm not ashamed to say it. I did terrible. And when year 2 rolled around and we had to select subjects again, I'm just like, I don't care who vex, who want to put me out of this school. I am not doing chemistry with that woman. And I washed my hands of the subject. I was just like, I put a hex on chemistry. Looking back at the situation now, I have to thank God that I have always had a loving family and friends who have had my back and have always supported me and just been there for me. Because can you imagine being at such a young and impressionable age and having like a broken home and then have to go to school to deal with a situation like that? Like, that could really push children over the edge. It's a lot to deal with when someone is coming at you with a lot of hate and you don't know why, you don't know what you did to this person, but it's just, it could get really dark for students sometimes, and I think that's when, you know, you really need to step back and talk to someone. And at the end, I just had to kind of equate that situation to this woman's blood just did not take me. That is the, I don't know, the best way I could put it is that, yeah, she just did not vibe with me. We were clearly on different vibrations, and sometimes you just have to accept that people just don't like you for whatever reason, and that's quite okay. I definitely came to terms with the situation and I moved on from that woman and her subject. Like, it is what it is. Thank God this new generation here is just so much more outspoken, and they don't stand for shit. Because back then, if we had spoke up about what it is was going on, we were literally like hushed, and it was just not acceptable. Like, we would automatically be labeled as rude and disrespectful. Clearly what has happened in this situation. So the moral of this story is, don't take unfair treatment from anyone despite their authority, their position. Don't be intimidated by them, and speak up against it, because you are human just like them, and some people need to have their behavior rectified. And it's so strange because I saw her like a couple of months ago at the grocery, and I'm not sure if she recognized who I was, but I certainly saw her. I knew who she was, and she looked at me, like we locked eyes for a couple of seconds, and she still had this very serious, like pissed off face on, you know, just her whole expression. It was just like not very warm at all, and I don't know if maybe that's her regular face or if she remembered who I was. I don't think so, because to me, I have changed a lot in my physical features. So I don't know if that's the case. If she recognized that it was me and she still has that attitude, God be with her. But it's still problematic even if that's her regular face, because I can't see strangers approaching this woman. It's just, it's too much. I don't know what is happening in this woman's life, but I am sending positive vibes to her. And that completes this story time video. I do hope you guys liked it. If you did, make sure and smash that like button, and comment down below some of your memorable high school experiences, whether they were good or bad. Just share them. You all know we love to interact in the comment section. And also, if you are new, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so you are notified when I upload new videos every Wednesday and Sunday. And also, don't forget to follow me over on my Instagram, because I do a lot of reviews over there as well. And I will see y'all in my next video. Take care. Bye.